In the swamp, chomping all day long. Saturday nights in Death Valley, that tiger strong. So we Razorbacks, crowd calling the hogs. Blue Ridge battle Wildcats, bringing the dogs. Show me Miss Zoe, black and gold fight. Boomer sooner running on a Saturday night. Hook 'em horns, burnt orange in the sun. 12th man standing, Aggies get it done. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk, we talk that skull. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk, we talk that skull.
Yeah, boy, we are back, man. Back around the water cooler, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank y'all so much for continuing to rock with us here around the water cooler. As always, I am Nick Frazier, one half of the Water Cooler Talk Sports Podcast, man. And the man, you can't see him, but you can hear him. Tell him who you are, boss man.
Man, it's Marcus Fitzpatrick. Let's go. Let's get it.
And as always, with us around the water cooler, I got from at It's SC Season. He's a third member of the Water Cooler Talk Sports anyway. It is Auburn Tez. Tez, how you feeling tonight, my guy?
Yes.
Feeling pretty good, man. How y'all doing?
Man, we doing great, man. We doing great. Hope everybody's doing good in this thing, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us. Before we get into it, as always, make sure that you follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast on Facebook, on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure you follow us there at Water Cooler Talk, on Instagram and TikTok, on Twitter at Coolest Pod 23 on Twitter. And of course, subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell, share the content, like the content, go watch some more videos, help us get the algorithm out so we can hit 900 subs. Please. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us, man. And we thank y'all so much, as always, man, for continuing to rock with us here around the water cooler, man. We thank you, man. Fellas, how y'all feeling tonight? How y'all feeling tonight?
Feeling pretty good, man.
Yeah, man.
Feeling pretty good.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like
Can't
to hear.
Can't complain at all.
Let's get a chat, man. Auburn Dad's in the chat, as always, kicking us off. What damn Eagle? Let's go. What's up, Auburn Dad? How you feeling? How you feeling? He comes back in with two more comments behind that. Said, I watched Zach Blackerby's show yesterday, and I agree with his take on the defense. There is no advantage on UK's offense side against any group on our defense. Now, our offense, well, that's a different animal. But I seen where Ashton been taking majority of the reps with ones this week. So there is hope, unlike with last year, where he got replaced and failed badly. Ashton Jackson a lot for experience. I see what you're saying there, Auburn Dad. Okay. All right, I like it. The Huggy Beard is in the chat. The legend of Sweet Sugar Bear Williams, the Rooster Mac is here rocking with us. What's up, my guy? The Huggy Beard is in here. Huggy said the light button don't turn into a football no more. That's whack. It still does turn into a football. It still does. I think it still does. If you go like it, Trust me, it will turn into a football. I'm pretty sure it does. Shout out to the Huggy though, man. Shout out to Fire Freeze in the chat. He said Hugh Freeze is still employed. That's what it's whack. A lot of people feel that way. I feel you about that, man. I feel you about that. That's crazy, man. Mike McKinney in the chat. What up, fellas? War Damn Eagle. What's up, Mike? Hope you're feeling all right, man. Mine's still turning into a football. Shout out to Auburn Dad as well. Fire Freeze. You got me on that one. What's going on, man? Nick Marcus Tez. What's up? What's
happening?
Why am I still seeing the ads? I don't know, Fire Freeze. I don't know. I have updated on my end and it's still showing it. I don't know why it's still showing that. That's wild. That's wild to me. Is there are some YouTube channels that's showing it the way we have it, that it is right here in the chat. And then there are some YouTube channels that just have regular names. And I don't know why. It may be something on the back end that I might need to go change on my end to do that. But I'll be still investigating that. Still investigating that. He said it stopped doing it for me a couple days ago. Interesting. I know a lot of people still saying it's working for them. That is interesting. I feel y'all, man. Everybody speaking to everybody. Mr. 21, can you do something for me? Is in the chat. What's up, Ed Darby? What's going on, man? Hope you're feeling all right. Tim, what's up? He said, what's good, Huggy? Huggy, he followed you on Twitter. You got to follow on Twitter, Huggy. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, my God. There is Wade. What's going on, Wade? How you feeling, my guy, man? Be safe out there on the road, my guy. Hope all is well. Tim said, Ed, why are you Mr. 21? Well, story behind that is Ed always says that if Auburn doesn't score 21 points, Auburn doesn't win the game. That is Ed.
He's betting 1,000 so far.
Exactly. That's it. Ed every time he says that's his mantra. If Auburn doesn't score 21 points, Auburn will not have a chance to win the football game. So that's why he's 21 when he comes into the chat. And that's why that's what's going on, man. We appreciate y'all, man, for rocking with it. We thank y'all so much, man. I saw that on tour, man. Of course, I followed you back. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, so it's not working for Fire Freeze either. That's interesting. That's wild. So it's only working for some people and not working for everybody else. Man.
I just liked it. That's out of football.
Yeah, I just want to say I did too.
YouTube, come on, man. Let's fix this, YouTube. Let's fix this, YouTube. All right, man. Let's get into the conversation tonight, man. As always, man, if y'all want to jump in the conversation when we get into it, man, we'll let everybody know when they can come in. There's the link right there. If you want to come in and chat with us, man, we'll let you know when to come in to get into the conversation on that. That's the link right at the top of the chat. So we'll get into the conversation. This should be a pretty good one tonight. Hopefully, this should be a good one. Hopefully, we'll have some very thoughtful and some very interesting perspectives on this one, man. Wedge is in the chat. What's up, Wedge? He said, why does Hugh still have a job? We gonna see, bro. We'll see. Huggy said Hubert then took over YouTube. Wow. Dang, I feel if he worried about YouTube, man, we gonna lose this weekend. I don't like that. If he worried about a football not popping up on light, I don't like it. Let's get into it, man. Thumbnail. Dangerous game? ? Title of tonight's show is Auburn walking into a trap versus Kentucky. And the second part of that, can Auburn's defense save the Tigers again? It's tonight's topic, man, and where we're gonna go with this, man. It could go a lot of ways. We could stay in one direction, or we could go off into multiple directions with this. Hugh Freeze stated earlier in his Monday presser that this was a dangerous game. He did state that. He stated that this game against Kentucky is what he considers to be a dangerous game. I don't know what he considers dangerous, because dangerous could mean a lot of things from different people. It just really depends. But I want to get you all's thought process on that particular topic, that particular choice of words of, do you believe that this Auburn game, that this Kentucky game, this coming Saturday is a dangerous game for Auburn? And if so, how? And I'm going to start with Marcus on this one. Marcus, your thoughts.
Every game is a dangerous game for Auburn. You can't generate offensive points. So that's my feeling on it. Yes, it can easily be a trap game for Auburn. But do I think it will be? Nah. Again, like me and says discussed, this is a bad team. Auburn should be able to beat this team. Auburn should be able to find a way, offensively, defensively, by any means. They should find a way to beat this team. But it's a dangerous game when you can't generate points offensively. So
Okay. Tess, your thoughts?
Yeah, what Marcus just said. It's a dangerous game. I mean, these teams. One thing is, what's the quarterback name? Cutter Boley.
Yep.
He's starting to play better. As the season's going on, he's starting to get better. Believe it or not, Kentucky doesn't have the best defense in the world, but they are pretty decent against the run. Up front, they are okay. You know, they're not Arkansas against the run, if that makes sense. Does that mean that we won't be able to run the ball on them? Absolutely. Like I don't think that's the case. I think we still be able to push them around. But yeah, this is a team who, production wise, kind of mirrors what we've been able to put on the field. Outside of them not having a Jeremiah Cobb, other than that, quarterbacks have been playing about even. They've gotten their receiver play is about even. And in fact, if it's not for that Arkansas game, the running back play would have been about even. So yeah, it's a dangerous game because we are seemingly committed to playing in close games, right? And when you get into a close game against a team like this who doesn't think that they can win, and you let a team like this see that little light at the end of the tunnel, all of a sudden, Kendrick Law starts to show up. All of a sudden, you know, the names start to make plays, and yeah, I'm I'm not as confident because I mean I'm confident that we hit as I say every week. On paper, we should beat this team. But as far as the offensive identity, I think that's what we have going on, an identity crisis. We don't know who's going to start at quarterback, right? And even if we do know who's going to start at quarterback, it doesn't matter who starts. Is that person going to finish the game at quarterback? Is a question that I have. So like I don't know. You got quarterbacks splitting first team reps and all practice when I think that, you know, one quarterback should probably get all the reps. At this point in the season, you shouldn't have an open quarterback competition going into week 10. But, you know, yeah, it's a worrisome game. It is.
Worrisome game. Why is it worried? What part of this game makes you worried, Tess? What part of it makes you worried? You brought the word up worrisome. I just want to know, is there a particular aspect of this game that has you worried? Is it what Marcus said, that you can't score points, that has you worried in this game?
Yeah, well, I'm trying not to mention his name, but we all know why. This game is worrisome.
Say it. I say it, Tess.
It's coaching, man. It's coaching. it's the fact that coaching may put us in a close game against a team. See, the thing about it is the most dangerous teams are the teams that don't think they can win and you give them a chance to win. Nobody plays harder than a team like Kentucky. That like if we end up in a 7-point game in fourth quarter against this team, this is not like playing against one of those bigger teams who think they can win. Like this team is like, oh my God, we got an opportunity to upset Auburn in Jordan Hare Stadium. 7-point game. Yeah, that worries me. That's what makes it worrisome for me. And like I said, they have been pretty decent against the run. They're like a middle of the SEC rushing defense. But they do have some talent up front. So we've shown that. I mean, we've ran the ball pretty well. We've been we ran the ball a lot also, but
Mhm.
there's been times where we abandoned the run, and that's definitely not what you want in this football game right here. Right? So like this is not like so like with the Arkansas game. With the Arkansas game, I was confident that we would be able to run the ball at will. In this game, we may get some pushback on that. And whenever we get pushback on that, 5 wide. So that's what worries me. It's like this team can stop the run just good enough for them to abandon it.
I want to bring up a comment that Auburn Dad had earlier in the chat. He said, I watched Zach Blackerby show yesterday, and he said he agreed with his take on defense. There's no advantage on the UK offense side against any group on our defense. Now on the offensive side, I think that's a different animal. Interesting thought. Interesting thought there. Interesting thought. So I want to bring up some stats because I agree, but then I disagree. Because I understand exactly where you're coming from when you said on paper Auburn should be able, talent-wise, should be able to come out here and pretty much dominate this team. It's what they should be able to do. But Arkansas has shown that they can play with teams up until a certain point. But they don't have the finishing power, and then they end up getting the scores look worse than what they do, especially on the road. So I want to throw some numbers out at you, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think of this team offensively when you hear these numbers. You mentioned Connor Boley. Zach Calzada was supposed to be the starter, got injured at the beginning of the season. Connor Boley has stepped in and has played pretty well in the games that he played. I think he's only played in like 6 games so far.
Right. But he's getting better every game.
Exactly. 1,200 yards, 66% completion, 7.7 average, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions is what you're seeing from him. In the running game, they have a 1-2 punch at the running back position that legitimately can spare each other in this game. It's not just one guy. Unlike Auburn, who has Jeremiah Cobb as the guy that's 717 yards. Both of their running backs combined for 700 yards, just under 800 yards. Just over 800 yards, but they complement each other well. Looking at Seth McGowan, 476 yards rushing, 93 carries. He's averaging 5.1 yards, had 7 touchdowns. Dante Dowdell, 326 yards on 79 carries, averaging 4.1 yards per average. He just has 1 touchdown on the season. But here's the thing that kind of, when I looked at the stats, that kind of just made me look at this and just be like, man, this is a team that if they can get into their rhythm, they potentially could be a pick your poison type offense. They don't have one guy they don't have like one receiver that is just like that guy. Of course, Kendrick Law's the name is going to pop out because transfer from Alabama. But listen at these numbers. Kendrick Law, wide receiver, 24 receptions, 302 yards, 12.6 average, 2 touchdowns. Their next 2 receiving threats in this game are both tight ends. Willie Rodriguez, 14 receptions, 201 yards, 14.4 average. Tight end Josh Caddis, 12 receptions, 163 yards, 13.6 average. The next 3 are wide receivers, and Harley Gilmore, 16 receptions, 155, 9.7 average. Jamari Madden, 11 receptions, 152 for 13.8. And then DJ Miller, 7 receptions for 133, 2 touchdowns, 19-yard average. That's a pretty balanced offensive. That's a pretty balanced receiving core. If you ask me, that means they're getting the ball out to a lot of people. That's 6 different receivers, 4 different wide receivers, but 6 different receiving threats in this game that Connor Boley potentially could have the option of getting the ball to, not to mention the 7th best guy, I believe, is a running back out the backfield in receiving. So when you hear those numbers on the offensive side of the ball, and to me, that looks very balanced to me in the passing game. There is not one person that they can go to. They can go to anybody. It's just really, I guess it depends on who has the hot hand at that particular time. But You talking between Kendrick Law, you talking between two guys that are tight end who are receiving threats, who are your number 2 and number 3 receiving, number 2 and number 3 leaders in receiving and yards, and touchdowns as well. And you have the next 3 after them are wide receivers. That's pretty balanced in the passing game. What are y'all thoughts on that?
I agree.
Whoever want to go first. Marcus, if you want to go first.
What do man?
Yeah, if you want to tell you can take it.
No, you talking first.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm finna say, well, I agree with you. Yeah, the numbers were very balanced, but as we all know, and as we seen last week, our defense is nothing to be played with, bro. So those numbers I'm pretty confident that they probably don't get cut in half. So, offensively, I'm not really worried. It's just, can our offense stay on the field long enough to give our defense a chance to rest? Those are the questions that I'm curious about. Can our offense generate enough points in the red zone this week against I ain't gonna say less superior team, but let's be real, a less superior team.
Okay, you brought that up. Let's look at the defensive side of the ball. Top 5 guys on the defensive side of the ball. And I want you to hear these numbers. Linebacker Alex Afaro Jr., 26 solo tackles. 26 solo tackles, 17 assists, 1 sack. The next 3 leading tacklers on the team are defensive backs. Ty Bryant, 21 solo tackles, 19 assists. Jordan, 2 interceptions on the season. DB Jordan Lovett, 26 solo tackles, 12 assists, 1 interception. DB JQ Hardaway, 27 solo tackles, 11 assists, 1 interception. And then the next leading tackler on the team is a linebacker, DeVern Rainier, 15 solo tackles, 18 assists, 1. Tells me that tells me right there, this team tackles very well. That's what that tells me. When you have guys like that are having 20 plus solo tackles. That's a team that can tackle very well. That's very sound. And that to me sounds like the stability and the base of what a Mark Stoops team looks like. Because Mark Stoops is a defensive. Mark Stoops is a defensive guy. So I mean, when we sit here and we talk about being able to come in here and look at like Auburn should, like on the offense side of the ball, there's nothing that Auburn compares to on the defense side of the ball. The numbers tell me differently. But when you watch the game, what it tells me is that when it comes to talent at the end of games, Kentucky cannot keep up. And what has Auburn been not able to do at end of games? Close games. So if that's the problem, could this really be a game in the fourth quarter? Before y'all answer that question, I want to bring in the man himself, Mr. 21. Can you do something for man? What's up, Ed? Ed, how you feeling? What's up, Ed? All right. You just heard what we talked about, Ed. I'm gonna let Tez go. Then once Tez get finished, then I want to get your thoughts on it. Go ahead, Tez, because you was about to say something.
Yeah, well, what I want to say is like I try to make this point without mentioning coaching, but coaching is what it is, what gives me words, and it's all on Hugh Freeze. But to your point about those numbers is it's balanced, but it's not a lot, right? It's balanced bad, right? Those aren't mind blowing numbers on either side of the football, right? This team also gives up 30 points per game. They give up more points than they score per game, right? Offensively, if you look at their point totals, you got 24 points, 23 points, 23 points, 13, 14, 13, and then 34. Our defense gives up an average of 17 points per game. So while their numbers are balanced, they don't get in the red. They don't score a lot of points. They don't get in the end. They have some of the same issues on offense that we do. I think our offenses are. I think we're more talented on offense than they are, but I think in terms of how we're playing, they have the same kind of issues. They're putting up numbers. There's some balance there, but when it comes to ringing that bell and striking up the band, they don't do that very well.
Is
right?
Auburn? But would you say Auburn's having the same problem as well on the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said.
So in that case, then, if you're looking at it from that perspective, And then we looking at what Auburn has done on the offensive side of the ball so far this season. Is this not a balanced, dangerous game for Auburn to lose at home?
But then exactly like I said against Arkansas, I'm going to go with defense.
Okay.
When you flip it to the other side of that, they're giving up 30 points per game.
Okay.
Right. We are giving up 17 points per game. So they are not as good of an offense, nowhere near the offense that Arkansas is. Right. What this is shaping up to be is a 13-17 game. 10-17, 13-10, just an ugly game. And what gives me pause is like, I don't know if we can win that kind of football game. I just don't. I don't trust our execution in those moments to kind of win that type of game. Can we? Yeah. Will we? We'll have to find that out on Saturday.
What I will say though, what I will say, Kentucky is averaging 24 points a game.
I would also say, like Ted said last week about the Arkansas team, against bad teams, things tend to happen to go your way. In this game, I feel like the same thing gonna happen. It's gonna be things that happen, and just because Kentucky is a bad team, Auburn's gonna find a way to get through that and win the game.
Ed, what's your thoughts on that, man?
Hey, Nick, I appreciate you looking up them stats, all that hard work. I don't care nothing about them stats, y'all.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying.
Give it to you real, man. Hey, appreciate the hard work. Good job. Okay, nothing about them stats because your head coach don't care about them either. Because you could, wow. Our head coach could see the stats and be like, oh, well, the team, they give up 500 yards rushing. We'll come in there, we'll throw the ball every day. Don't matter. Right. It does not matter. And I do agree. You know, Kentucky, they can score 24 points, but Auburn has routinely shown that they've cut every opponent's average in half.
Yeah,
exactly.
So you're looking at about 12. So they have a chance, but just like Tez he's scared to say it. It comes down to one dude.
Say it.
And it's your boy.
Not my boy.
So,
don't put that on me.
Okay,
in that case, people looking them stats up though.
No. I try to do my best. We're not journalists, but I try to be journalistic integrity. I try to have journalistic integrity on this show. But we're not journalists. But one thing college did tell me and teach me is I know how to fact check and I know how to find a source and make sure that source and find another source to confirm that. So I will do that. But I'm gonna ask y'all a question before I bring in our next guest because he just popped in. Could special teams be the difference in this game again? Now, I want y'all to. I'm just gonna ask the question. I'm gonna ask this question. I'm bringing the next guy that's behind the scenes. I'm bringing him in. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. The kicker for Kentucky, Jacob Cowie. However you say his last name. 76.9% on the season right now. All right, 10 of 13 in field goals. He's 19-19 in extra points made, but on field goals, he's 10 of 13, 2 of 3 between 1 and 19, 3 of 3 anywhere from 30 to 39, 4 of 4 from anywhere between 40 and 49. But he is 1 of 3 anything that's 50 and above. Could special teams be the difference in this game? And while y'all think of that, I want to bring in the guy that wants to be the OC. If I do get hired as the head coach at Auburn, ladies and gentlemen, it is Ant. What's up, Ant? How you feeling, man?
Ant, what's happening?
Chilling. All right, so I put it out there. I want to hear y'all thoughts on that. Could this game look like Arkansas last week? But could it look like that with another team that's actually getting in position to kick field goals, and that field goal kicker is known to make them from 29 to about 49 yards. As long as he's in that range, he's 100%. How do y'all feel about that?
I think special teams will be the difference in this football game. And it's not because their special teams will play any better. I think that we're gonna be in field goal range more than they are. Because I think our defense will stifle them. They're gonna have trouble, I think, in this game moving the ball on that defense, as everybody has. Well, not particularly. Everybody hasn't had trouble moving the ball on this defense, but they've had trouble scoring. I think this team will have trouble actually moving the ball on this defense at a significant pace. I think this game will mirror so many games that we've played this year. We'll move the ball from the 20 to the 20. We'll get in the red zone. The drives will stall out. If Alex can go 6 for 6 again, we come out of here and we happy at the post game. If he misses some field goals and, you know, we throw some pick sixes and, you know, we going to be ready, you know, going to have a whole nother live about firing Hugh. I just got a feeling this is going to be one of those games that, we're going to put Alex in better position than they're going to put whatever their kicker name is.
If you win with like you did last week, man, you need to have a part about firing Hugh, bro. That's just plain and simple. That's being honest, bro. You're going against two of the worst defenses in the SEC, bro, and you can't get no offense going. You need to go ahead and resign, bro. Like, real talk. That's crazy. I mean, and it's crazy to think that, and it's crazy to say, but it's just being the truth. Like, Kentucky just started a freshman. Y'all seen what he did against Tennessee? The man threw for what, 300-400 yards with like 5 touchdowns.
I will say this. Kentucky's defense has more interceptions on the season, has turned over teams more than Auburn's defense has. I will say that. So is that something that you all fear in this game, knowing that Kentucky's defense has 4 more interceptions than Auburn's defense does, and they have, let me just make sure my numbers are correct. Well, Auburn has more fumble recoveries than them, but on the interception tip, Kentucky's defense has more interceptions than Auburn has forced than Auburn this season. Is that something that you all think will be a difference maker in this game?
No.
Okay.
That's only if Ashton Daniels becomes we get very trigger happy with Ashton Daniels.
No, I'm telling you right now, Hugh Freeze did say in his press conference when he was asked the question, will there be any difference between play calling when it comes to Ashton Daniels or Jackson Arnold? His answer was 0. He said there would be no difference between the two. So if he's telling me that in the press conference, why would I expect anything different from what we've seen in the past couple of games before Ashton Daniels and play calling and sequencing and play scheme? Just asking the question. Just asking. Simple.
It's RPO based football. So one quarterback will make different decisions from the other. That's what we saw in that's what we saw in the Arkansas game. You had one quarterback making decisions that were not so good, and one quarterback that was just like willing to take a sack or eat passes or just run out of bounds just to save the field goal. So that's why it looked different. The play calling wasn't much different. He didn't do anything. To your point that you said in Arkansas, the offense didn't look any different.
They did.
It's just the person that's pulling the trigger and that actually has to make the decision whether we run or pass was making a different decision. So I got a bet for you though in the entire panel.
Before you make that bet, I'm gonna bring in our other guest. It is our guy. You know him. Everybody knows him. It is Fire Freeze. What's up, man? How you feeling?
Fire Freeze.
What's happening?
I don't know. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourselves, guys?
Man, we doing great.
I'm
doing
pretty
good.
Great, Fire Freeze. Fire Freeze, your thoughts on everything we've talked about so far. Kentucky's defense against Auburn's offense. Auburn's defense against Kentucky's offense. Will special teams be a difference? And are you still mad that Hugh Freeze is employed?
Oh, I'm still mad that Hugh Freeze is employed. But the problem is, I don't think this game sets up like the game up at the pigsty last week.
Okay.
It sets up more like Arkansas and Jordan Hare last year. You've got a new quarterback that Hugh Freeze is not going to protect. He's going to have him out there sling balls like, yeah, he has more P4 experience, but let's look at that P4 experience for a second. 1,700 yards, 62.7 completion, 10 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. What happened against Arkansas last year? Hank went out there and started giving them the ball. Ashton has a tendency to do that.
Yep.
And Hugh Freeze is going to want to sling the ball all over the place.
Told you.
And if he gets out there, he throws a couple of picks, Hugh Freeze is going to go, oh, no, got to go back to the guy that I picked. Jackson Arnold's got to be it. And I'm going to go back to him, just like last year. That's what I'm worried about seeing. And special teams ain't going to be nothing if the offense keeps putting the defense in a bad position. I mean, our defense is good, but if they're starting in the red zone every possession, so that's what I worry about.
I'm gonna give you Ashton Daniels' best season as a quarterback at Stanford. His best season passing the ball as a quarterback at Stanford was 2023, 58.8% passing, 2,247 yards, 11 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. His best season rushing was 2024, 148 carries, 669 yards, 4.5 average, and 3 touchdowns. Was his best season rushing the ball in 2024. His best season passing, don't it? His best season passing was 2023. So I want to know. I mean, when we look at the numbers, right, and we look at what the tendencies of what Coach Hugh Freeze wants to do, is he correct in saying this potentially is a dangerous game for Auburn?
I think it is.
In my dog Huggy voice, man, I don't like it. Face Cole, get that goofy dude up out of here for saying something like that, man. Kentucky shouldn't even be put in a dangerous game category. You should out talent Kentucky to a win, just in general.
We should out talent New Mexico State in a win too.
We should out talent Missouri to a win too.
I mean, we can say that about a lot of games.
I think Ed was getting ready to say something. Ed, what's on your mind?
Hey, Nick, man. Hey, props to you with these stats, dog. I love it. Keep them coming, man. It's amazing this homework that you've been doing.
Hey, man.
But, the special teams will be important if it's up to your boy on the opposite side of football.
It always goes back to Hugh Freeze. Why?
Because of your boy. So if he's going to play around, then yes, we're going to need Alex McPherson. Now, I already told you earlier in the week, I think this is going to be like a 21-13 game. And Auburn's 21 points are going to be all field goals. Every last one of them.
Man, bro,
I can agree with that.
Man, bro, if you score 21 points on field goal, bro, I promise you, the rant that's going to happen on him, man, they might get demonetized for real, bro.
Hey, we may win 18-13. I'm trying to get y'all ready, man.
Well, the thing about Kentucky,
I can see that happening, though.
I can too.
I can see that happening, bro.
I can too. That's the crazy
Kentucky
part.
is a horrible red zone football team. We are a bad red zone team too, but they are a horrible red zone team. You watch them against Texas, they moved up and down the field. They outgained Texas. They doubled Texas's production.
And we say Texas is one of the best defenses in the country. That's
couldn't.
Trying to get people to understand.
But they couldn't score. They couldn't strike up the band.
They can still get in the red zone. Auburn didn't score last week against Arkansas, but got close enough to the red zone to kick field goals. You saw Alex McPherson be 6 for 6, and now you're looking at this guy that's coming in. He's 100% from anywhere from 29 to 49 yards. So that's my question.
That's why I said this is going to be a 10-13 game, 14-17 game. Like, it's going to be one of those type of games because both of these teams have the same affliction on offense. They can't score in the red zone. I'm only giving us the advantage because our defense is better than theirs. In the red zone, our defense is better than theirs. We may be able to squeak out a touchdown, one touchdown, maybe, in this football game, but the rest of it's going to be field goals. I don't know if Kentucky scores a touchdown in this game. If they may not even score a touchdown.
If they score a touchdown, it'd be like Arkansas. It'd be it'd either be a bust or somebody falls down and we gift them one. That's how I have them having 13 points. We're going to gift them one because we always do.
Okay,
right. We gift the touchdown.
Didn't Kentucky just switch quarterbacks or something though?
No, he's been the quarterback for like the past 6, 7, 8 weeks. Zach Calzada got injured in like week 2.
But didn't he go out? He went off against Tennessee though, right?
He been getting better every week he's played. I mean, he played well against Georgia. Like he played pretty.
He had like
decent.
300 yards against Texas.
Yeah, he had 300 yards against Texas. Let me get the stats because I didn't have those ready. I didn't have the stats ready for the Georgia game. But
Nick's slipping with the stats, man.
So I'm just saying, like he can put up numbers. But
So look,
when you look at his numbers against
Yeah, he
Georgia,
did score 5 touchdowns.
yeah, he
against,
scored 5. His numbers
Tennessee.
against Georgia, he threw the ball 41 times, 225 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception against Georgia on the road. He didn't have any help in the running game that game, for real. But he didn't have anybody stand out like you see in the receiving core. But everybody had comparable numbers to each other. 6, 3, 3, 2, 3 receptions, and all of them had. You had 2 guys that had over 40 yards, and the other ones had 40 and under. But I mean,
That's great.
he played 225 is decent on the road.
But they only
put up 14 points
twice.
Yeah, they only put up 14 points. I give you that. They only put up 14 points. Defense could not stop Gunnar Stockton running the football in that game. I give you that one there. But
I guarantee you, if you go to a Kentucky channel, they're having the same conversation about their offense that we are.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But I don't know, man. This is a weird game for me to feel because when I hear the word dangerous, that's what I think about. I think of like, what is this a dangerous game, which I think it is, and if it comes to that particular dynamic, and it becomes a field goal game, who do I give the edge to? Who do I give the edge to in that game if it becomes a field goal game? If we sit here saying that Kentucky is able to move the ball from the goal line to the red zone, and they can get him, and they can get in position to kick field goals, just like Auburn did last week.
Mm-hmm.
Who do I give the edge to? Because like I said, this guy right here is 100% from anywhere from 29 to 49 yards. He's 100%.
I'm going with the better defense. That's the only reason I'm picking off, and because it's in Jordan-Hare Stadium. If this game was at Kroger Field, I'd probably pick us to lose.
Okay, I want to ask y'all this question right here. How do y'all feel about this with Phil saying that the secondary potentially could be tested in this game? Auburn secondary could be tested.
it's a possibility.
I mean, that's always the case. I mean, we stop the run now all the time. So I mean, that's all you can do is test our secondary.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, I mean, and this is like, okay, let me rephrase that. Arkansas, you had one guy, Omega Blake, that you had to key in on, correct? You had some other guys that were there, but they weren't. You key in on them, but they weren't guys that was like, if we stop this guy, this guy over here cannot beat us. Is what it is. This team, legitimately, there is no star in the receiving game. Kendrick Law he just has the most yards, but it's a pretty balanced receiving core here. Pretty balanced receiving core. And your two of your top 3 receivers are tight ends, which we've seen Auburn have problems with in games. So my question is, could the secondary be tested in this game for real? Because you don't have one person you can key in on. And then we saw what happened with Trigg against Baylor. We saw how Auburn did that. We saw what Auburn did against Northfleet in Missouri. Northfleet had a pretty decent game against Auburn in catching the football. Now you have 2 guys. You have 2 receivers that can do that in this game. Will we see this secondary legitimately get tested for the first time this season? Because a lot of people may say that Texas A&M was the team that tested them with Mario Craver and Terry Boosie and KC Concepcion, and we saw what they did in that game. We saw what happened there. They put up a lot of yards. They put up a lot of numbers. Now, I will continue to say this. Texas A&M had 2 touchdowns taken off the board. But it was penalties that brought those touchdowns off the board. Now, in this game, like I just keep saying it, no star. Will Auburn be testing in this? Will Auburn secondary be tested? I just want to hear y'all thoughts on that.
I would say, like you said earlier, Auburn defense has been tested, bro. Like we can't keep we every week we come in here, but this is a Kentucky team that's not ranked. This is a bad Kentucky team, like Ted said.
Auburn's not ranked. Auburn's not ranked.
I totally understand, but this is also a team that cannot score in the red zone. Like he said, they have the same offensive problems that we do. We just happen to have, if you want to say it, I say it. We had the best defense in the SEC. I don't care. And that offense has to deal with our defensive pieces, especially a confident defense that's coming off of an outstanding game. And arguably, we got the defensive player of the year in Atkins. So, like, I'm not really worried about our defense. If they collapse, I deal with that problem when we get there. But I'm tired of doubting, even second guessing our defense, especially in a game where I think favors us because we had the best edge rushers some of the best edge rushers in the SEC. We got some of the best. Our linebacker core is playing outstanding, and a secondary that's very confident coming off of the game last week. So I'm pretty confident, man.
Okay. All I'm saying is, keep saying it. 2 touchdowns taken off the board against Texas A&M, and we saw what Mario Craven and Casey Concepcion did to this secondary when they played them. I would just keep saying it. 2 touchdowns were taken off the board, and Auburn did not move the ball at all in that game. And if it wasn't for an interception that went back to the 2-yard line, Auburn probably would not have scored in that game. So I keep asking the question. And those 2 guys, those were 2 stars. Those were 2 guys that you keyed in on, and they still produced in the game. This is just a balanced receiving core that has no stars. So who do you key in on? So I asked the question again: does the secondary get tested in this game?
But they not that good though. Like they balance, but they balance at like the bottom of the conference. Like I'm just gonna look at their receiving numbers like throughout
they still put up 34 points against Tennessee. And Tennessee's defense, and if I'm not mistaken,
giving up points all year.
Tennessee's defense, yeah, you're right. Tennessee's defense is ranked towards the bottom of the conference in points given up. On average, they're giving up 400 yards. They're giving up 400 yards on average per game. Auburn's giving them 318. So I mean, you got to point out. But when you look at the passing numbers, Auburn's not that far off. In total yards, they've given up 2,100 yards passing. Auburn's giving up just under 1,900.
Just for perspective, though, Nick, I wanted to like out of the top 50 receivers in the conference, their leading receiver comes in at 38, number 38. That's Kendrick Law. That second receiver that gives them balance, I got to flip to another page to get to him. There's 38 more receivers that are better than him, including both of them from Auburn. So what I'm saying is balance, but they are at. I'm with them. I guess what I'm saying is, yeah, they put up a lot of numbers. He threw for a lot of numbers against a couple teams, right? And it was spread out evenly, right?
Okay.
But when you start looking at balance, like above him, you got more teams. You got Tennessee that has 3 receivers in the top 7.
Okay,
that's the balance that you're afraid of.
You're correct. You're correct. I'm not disputing.
They're not that good, man.
I'm not disputing those points at all. What I'm saying is, there's not one that you can key in on, and 2 of the leading ones are tight ends who Auburn has had consistent problems with covering in games that they played when there has been a notable tight end. So I'm just saying, you got 2 tight ends in this game that's averaging 14 and 13 yards per attempt and they catch.
They also don't do a great job of protecting this kid either. Like I think this is game you're gonna see a lot of Keldric Faulk.
Does Auburn do a great job? Does Auburn do a great job of protecting his quarterback?
No, absolutely not.
So I'm just trying to figure out where's the advantage for Auburn in this game. That's it.
Run the ball. Run the ball.
Because every question I ask, I have a rebuttal to it on Auburn's side. So I'm just trying to figure out where's the advantage.
The advantage is very minimal. That's why I said it's going to be a 13-10 game. It's not like I'm saying they're going to blow them out.
Run the ball.
Sure. To answer your question, sure, they can test Auburn a little bit, but once again, I mean, we are bend don't break defense. We're gonna give up yards. It's just what you're gonna do in the red zone. So I don't care how many yards you put up. Can you score?
Which we've established. Which we've established that their offense, actually, Kentucky's offense is ranked better than Auburn's offense in the conference by 2 spots, and we've averaged that they're basically the same. That when they get in the red zone, they can't score. And so I go back to the question then. Once they get in that position, which field goal kicker do you trust? Because right now, our field goal kicker right now is a week-to-week basis on how he feels. This guy's 100% from 29 to 49 yards anywhere. Our guy is, it depends on how he feels that week. So I keep asking the question. You already answered. There is a minimum advantage. But when I look at the numbers and I look at how this game potentially adds out, dangerous game, and it's not just dangerous just because Hugh Freeze is the coach, which we all agree that's a big part of it. But when we look at it,
and
when we look at it and we look at the numbers and we look at everything like that, I think in the way Auburn's playing, in the way that Kentucky is playing, Kentucky could come in here and win this game.
They could.
So I just asked the question. I want Auburn to win. Don't get it twisted. Every time Auburn steps on the field, I want them to win the game. I do. But I look at it and I'm just saying
they could, but what
the way they play.
They could. But what I'm telling you is they have no business winning this football game.
Okay. So to answer your question, why don't they have based on what we have talked about so far, based on the numbers, based on watching both teams play on the field, based on watching both offenses, both defenses, based on watching how we know most likely Auburn's going to perform, why doesn't Kentucky have no business winning this game? Is it and let's take the word talent out of it.
Offensive coordinator,
defensive coordinator for us.
So, Nick.
Okay.
I think the secondary is going to get tested in this game.
Okay.
Like you're pointing out, tight ends, good pass catching tight ends, we've had trouble with. So I think they're going to move the ball.
Okay.
But I think they're going to stall in the red zone because our defense is solid.
Okay.
So we can hold them to field goals or not scoring at all. They're going to move the ball,
okay,
but we're going to keep the defense is going to keep them down.
Okay.
The question comes, how does our offense, do they move the ball? Do they pull a Texas A&M? Or do they pull an Arkansas where they can move down and get us points so we can edge it out? I think it's going to be a tight game, but it's going to come down to, can we get down close enough to kick those field goals to edge out this game? I think the defense is going to drag us to a victory or not if the offense can do a little bit.
You know what's disappointing about this conversation is we talking about Auburn.
It's not
versus Kentucky.
That's the part.
That's the part
of
about
the
conversation.
I'm literally sitting here trying to analyze. I'm literally sitting here trying to analyze how Auburn potentially could lose this game because of the way they played on the field and what the numbers are showing.
Hey, Nick, you can thank your head coach for that because that's the same dude who was trying to pull gamesmanship on Kentucky.
That's it, man.
That's it. Where it starts at.
As much as I want to, like, as much as I want to, like, okay, I'll put it to you like this. This is the best way I can explain it. Kentucky is a bad offense because their players they don't have the collection of talent to make a good offense. We are a bad offense because the dude holding the clipboard doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
But I will say this
between these offenses.
I will say this though. You can be guaranteed that he's gonna have one good breakout game.
You think
A&M last year, Kentucky the year before.
Well, he need to save it.
I agree. I agree, Ted.
It was Baylor.
Jesus Christ.
There you go. You about right.
We are literally sitting here. We literally sitting here talking about this. This is wild. This is wild. But go ahead, Marcus. My bad. Go ahead, man.
Nah, I said the same thing against Arkansas, bro. Like, and I feel the same way this week. We talking about a team, a terrible team, bro. We talking about a terrible team, and we hoping and praying that we can beat a terrible team. And like Ted said, it's not because we don't have the talent. It's because the guy with the clipboard, once again, that is how this story is going for Auburn. Another season where the guy with the clipboard has us nervous about a Kentucky team.
I don't know if he think he playing 3D chess. Does he know that he can't play 3D chess? It's just some things
I don't think he can play chess.
On my nerves, man. I don't understand it. Oh, we're gonna have both quarterbacks come into practice, and whoever practiced the best. It ain't about practice, dude. Really?
Well, Ed, that's because he plans on playing both of them. And that
That's
was my
exactly
bet.
what's going
My
happen.
bet.
That's what
My
I
bet
feel
is
like.
that you see both of these guys, and we're gonna be able to determine
I
which
agree.
one plays
I
better in this
agree.
game because we're
I
gonna see
agree
both
with
of
you
them in this game.
wholeheartedly.
And does he get fired before the second quarter? Does somebody walk down there and be like, "Hey, you're excused. You can go ahead and just walk off"?
They need to.
No, because I'm not
Nah, it's
the
not gonna
AD.
happen. It's not gonna
Nah.
happen.
I think
It's not gonna
I
happen.
think the only chance that we had him getting fired in season, Ed left in Arkansas. I think he finished the season at this point.
Man,
Nick,
I try
what is
to.
it you always say?
I ain't
Why
gonna-
does it always come back to Freeze?
Yes. Why does it always come back to Hugh Freeze, man? Why can't we get a
That's the
coach?
only reason.
Why can't we get a coach that every time it comes back to it, we talk about him like we talk about Kirby Smart? Why can't we have a coach like that?
Nick,
We
Nick,
And he doesn't have a
Nick,
messaging problem.
if right
Because of
now, Nick,
comments.
if right now they
Man.
called you up, they called your phone and said, Nick, we want you to call. We don't know you from Man in the Moon, but we want you to call plays in this Kentucky game. I take Auburn to win by 14 points.
Man, you ain't lying. You're not lying,
That
bro. I
is
got a playbook.
crazy.
Hey, why you playing? Why
That
you
is
playing?
crazy, and
Why
I
you
believe it
playing?
too.
Why you playing? You see that right there? You see what it say? What that say? Run game concepts in red. That's what it says.
Oh,
Run
Lord.
game concepts of what you want to do. Man concepts, ISO concepts, duo concepts, gap scheme concepts. You know what?
Yeah,
I would just know
Freeze will throw that in the
you think I'm
trash
playing.
immediately.
You
Like,
think I'm
what
playing?
is this?
You really think I'm playing? Look, I've already drawn up plays for the wing T offense. There it is. There it is. You
Well-
think I'm playing about that? I will run the wing T in that game. But you know, man, you know what, bro? I sit here. I don't know, man, because it's so bad, it's laughable. Like I'm literally sitting here looking at these numbers and I'm saying, hey, there's no way, Will. There's no way that I should be sitting here saying, man, if they get in field goal range, they got a field goal kicker that's 100% from the 29 to the 49. And it really depends on him week to week how he feels, because last week he was 100%, but the week before that, he was basically in the same positions and he missed all three of them. So,
and the fact that we having the key matchups in this game is the kicker. That's hilarious, bro.
This reminds me of LSU 2015 when Auburn lost, LSU won, then LSU lost and Auburn won. Was that game? And then I think Les Miles got fired the week after that game.
Right. The pink slip bowl.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what this reminds me of. So when Ed said that all 21 or 18 points that Auburn scores in this game could be field goals, that's the first game that I thought about.
Man,
It's the first game that I thought about.
He need to be out the door the next day.
I mean,
Hey, bro,
And
it's gonna be hilarious when we watch the game and key players in this game pop up. Alex McPherson and the other kicker.
I mean, even if Hugh Freeze took those stats and looked at it, was like, okay, they got a really good field goal kicker. Do you think in his mind, something tingling comes up there, is like a little voice that tells him, hey, you might want to score some points and get ahead and get out front and win this game?
My point exactly.
And then game plan off of that, where you're not going crazy, but you build a plan that's going to be able to beat them by more than 2 possessions. No, he ain't doing it.
And the thing about it is, the first drive that Auburn has is going to look good. Auburn probably going to end up.
Probably score a touchdown.
They probably score a touchdown, or at least they're going to get 3 points.
I got the whole first half. They offense look good.
We'll see. I know 99.9% of the time, Auburn's first drive is going to look really good. Auburn's going to go down the field. They're going to either score 6, get 7 points, or they're going to kick a field goal.
The thing about it,
why can't you do that 2 times in a row?
The thing about it,
have some type of confidence and let your defense help and let your defense win the game for you.
Hey, the thing about that is his offense looking good for a half only equates to 17 points. So we're gonna look good a half. Put up that good 17 that we always traditionally make.
17
quarterback.
We ain't never
quarterback.
When we put up 17.
Wait. Hold
on.
on.
17.
Hold on. Who the quarterback?
We don't know.
Your guess as good as me.
I need to guess. No,
Pick
just
one.
guess.
What's that gamesmanship? What's that gamesmanship?
I think he come out with Daniels, bro.
He probably come out.
I think he come out with Daniels, bro.
If he come out with Ashton, I could see. I say he called more of a run game. I don't know why. I feel like you would get the same thing you get in the second half of Arkansas, and I have no idea why. But I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
I'm not sure if you guys. I'm not sure if you guys have watched Ike's review yet. I watched it earlier this morning, and looking at the whole offense from first half to second half, he called the same second half game plan like he did in the first. The only difference was the quarterback decision. He was just handing it off. So that's
why it looks different.
Yeah, your other boy is pulling stuff when he shouldn't be able, have a common sense. Like, hey, we run the ball for 8 yards every play. Why am I pulling this ball?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it was the same play calling. It's just that Daniels was just gladly just hand the ball off because he doesn't want to be the dude. It ain't got to be about him. Take these yards.
Well, guess what? That's what you need.
That's even worse, Ed, because that means we sat here and we stuck with a quarterback that did what he claimed Peyton Thorne did last year.
But you know what?
When you have a head coach that's scared, you already made a mistake year one and year two, and he really had to sail 100% in on Jackson Arnold. He didn't have a choice. Now, I mean, he did have a choice, but once again, like I told you the other day,
I think he had more of a choice this year than he did last year.
Well, yeah, I mean, he has a choice. It's like I told Tez, he doesn't have enough humility to stand up to the podium like, man, I was wrong.
Yeah, I agree, Ed. I agree. 100%.
He is going to die on the hill.
And that's sad that we had to sit there and bet that.
But here's the thing, though. Even with him calling the same plays and just handing the ball off,
you still didn't score a touchdown in the second half. I agree, Nick.
Right.
The touchdown that was scored, the guy that got benched.
Hey,
you
Nick.
have a team problem in the red zone. You can probably have Jesus back there and that still wouldn't.
hey, Nick. Got a question.
What's up, Frank? What's up?
You're saying the first drive is going to look good, but let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Is the first play going to be a pass?
Yep, it's going to be a 5-yard stop.
And
yes.
Is it going to always look good? We start drives with a pass, it goes south a lot of times.
That is true.
Yes.
Well, it depends. It depends on who's starts.
It is true, Fire Free. That is true.
Why
it is true.
That?
It depends on who starts. That's what I think. I think if Jackson Arnold starts, that first one is a pass. If it's Ashton Daniels.
He didn't, though. But it just irked me so much to see that, dog. The majority of our drives begin with a 5-yard, whatever it be.
Stop. Come back.
whatever he finna
a
throw.
curl, a stop, a comeback.
Well, it just irked me, bro.
3rd and 5 from a DB, stick route. I'm jumping it.
But I'm gonna tell you what.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna tell you when it irks me the most. When we can see Cobb building up momentum, because we all know that running back is a position where you get better as the game goes along. When you can see Cobb like, all right, he about to break one. Pass. We like, what the
man, listen. And then this what made me mad. This what made me mad this week. You want to come talk about the Rails better, so we might play him. And now you're talking about, oh well, we don't want to run Jeremiah Cobb 28 times. What?
We need the rail though.
Okay, here's the thing about the rail.
You don't want this is what I'm saying, Tez. He comes and says, we're not going to run Jeremiah Cobb 28 times this week. Huh? Wait, what? Why not? He's a running back.
Oh, here's the thing about the rail. The rail, I don't want anybody that's going to watch this game. If you got YouTube TV, hopefully we can watch it. Right. They can get their thing together. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want anybody to get on Darrell Robinson in this game because he hasn't played in a while. And if he fumbles the ball in this game, I don't want people to be like, oh, this man fumbled the ball. Well, there's a rhythm to that. He got to get back in the game. There's something called game shape. You got to get back into the rhythm of, carrying the football in game and things and stuff like that. He hasn't played. He hasn't even practiced, and things like that. According to Hugh Freeze, he didn't know. But he was running. He did see him running. You
ain't gonna go past that like he ain't just try to sneak that in there.
Hey,
What kind of coach? What kind of head coach? What kind of head coach don't know what your injury report is for your player? Man, get up out of here, bro.
Hey, Ant, you got to remember, he looked over at
This is-
Jarquez last year and went, he looked gassed. That's
He
why we didn't
did.
run the ball.
He did.
Man, I'm
say
finna. Man,
he said it about
bruh,
game. He said it
that
about
was
the
the-
Vanderbilt game.
bro,
Yeah.
that was the dumbest comment I think I've heard him say.
And
since
that's
he
why
been
he's
here,
going
bro.
to limit Cobb's carries because he said we've been overworking him this year.
He did say that in his press conference on Monday.
That's
know.
the
I hear
same
that.
thing as Jarquez looked gassed.
Hey,
Bruh.
even if
Carry
he did
standpoint, I'm
get 28 carries, and you want to get his carries down, which I do think that you need to, you can't. This is not going to be another carry-on situation. Just give Babson the carries, man. All you're doing is, these dudes are running backs. Just put two hands on the ball and run it. We're not asking you to do anything crazy, and we gained 6, 8 to 8 yards. The hole has been there all game in Arkansas. Anybody, I can get 5 Freeze to back there and hand him the ball. He would have been able to run up the field for 8 yards.
Hey, Mr. 21, let me tell you something. You already done had one game where you ain't had number 15 carries between 2 running backs. So how is you overworking them?
I was thinking the same thing, and I'm like, he done figured out a lot of times this year on running the football with these running. Like Jackson Arnold has been our lead carry in a lot
trying
of
to look up their
things.
carries.
Jackson Arnold has had. Jeremiah Cobb has had 117 carries all season through 8 games. That's averaged out to just over 14 and a half carries a game. I don't understand.
That ain't nothing.
Somebody too hard.
And my answer to that, Ant, is I can't answer that because me and you and everybody on this call has common sense, kind of regular football knowledge. I'm not sure what Hugh Freeze chart and no, I don't know what his numbers mean. You know, like 5 Freeze says, he can just look at somebody and see that they tired. So whatever.
Man,
this dude is. I hate to say it, man. This dude is a clown, man. Hugh Freeze.
In terms of attempts, to be fair, Jeremiah Cobb is 3rd in the conference. So it's not like he's not,
that third. That third is
117. Drop off between.
That's what I'm saying. That part, yes.
Him and Amon Hardy and Kevin Lacey.
He got 117. He has 117 carries through 8 games. And that averages just over 14 and a half carries. The next leading carrier on Auburn's team is Jackson Arnold with 106. And that's at 13. That's averaging 13 carries a game. When you're averaging roughly about 60 to 65 plays a game.
But didn't you say at the press conference when he first got there, we're not trying to run Jackson 100 times this year?
Things change when you start losing games. You start doing.
You know what's crazy about looking at this list though is Kevin Lacey is at the top of this list at 165 carries on the year, and that's a passing offense. Like this, they are how many attempts does? How can you? This is what I'm talking about. When we had this conversation about whether to run or pass, it's like you can do both. You can run the football and your quarterback can pass the ball a lot. Like if your offense is efficient, there's room for everything in there.
It just is.
But right, that's your key word in your whole sentence, efficient.
Yeah, efficient.
Yeah, you gotta have an efficient offense.
Oh my
See,
God,
go back to that comment, Nick.
Jay Flowers. Shout out to Jay Flowers, Mr. Light Skin Ken. What's up, my guy?
Perry and Cam never went into motion to slide. See, this is also something else Ike showed on that review. That was weird because he used that motion with Perry and he used that motion with the running back. He never used that with Arnold, trying to see what kind of coverage they're in, if they're in man or zone. So that's another difference that he's doing with Daniels that he didn't do with Jackson.
So listen,
we don't understand.
So listen, that be my thing.
I'm gonna let you get this. I'm gonna let you get this comment, and we're gonna get to the last question because we're gonna get out.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you get this comment.
But that be my thing, Mr. 21. Everything you doing with Ashton, you don't do with Jackson. So how can you say Jackson's the problem?
My only answer to that is he kindergarten it down for Daniels because this is his first start in a while. But he expects so much from Jackson that he doesn't need that kindergarten level, but he does need it. He expects more from Jackson.
But bro, that's simple football, bringing somebody in motion to see the coverage.
Hey.
Your quarterback
Hey.
needs that, no matter who it is.
I just said it, Ant. Me and you on the same wavelength. I don't know about that other dude. I don't know.
I'll say this though, like we were losing that game 21-7. So like if he came out there and did the exact same thing that he did for Jackson, like you know what I mean, like that does shows a sign of like no adjustments whatsoever. So you got to give him credit at least for that. Like, okay, we'll put Perry in motion. Try something. Like, I got to give him some type of credit for that.
I ain't giving no credit for that. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do that with your starting quarterback.
If this was any other coach, right? If this was any other coach and they did that, we'd be like, oh, man, second half adjustment. That's great. That's beautiful. So, like, I got to give him at least some type of credit for that.
Man,
now, if he came out here and did the exact same thing and we lost this football game, we'd be like, man, why he didn't put Perry in motion? In the second half, you seen it wasn't working. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's the one thing we can't do. We can't complain when it doesn't work or when it does work.
I'm just saying that was just
you know what I'm saying? Like, at least he did go into halftime and say, well, shit, I should put Perry in motion. Even though he should have been doing it the whole year. We agree with that. But it's something about losing 21-10 against
to make an adjustment.
Say it again, Fire Free. Say it again, Fire Free.
I have no idea, Fire Free.
To make a halftime adjustment.
I can't tell you that. I don't have any answer.
I just want people to keep in mind that our defense kept us on their side of the 50, and we couldn't generate a touchdown, bro. Like that's the biggest concern for me personally with this play calling, bro.
The biggest thing, the difference between both the halves is, I know this question has been brought up in another podcast. Would they have done the same thing with Arnold in the second half? My answer would have been no. We would have lost the game because he would have pulled a lot of them RPOs for no reason. That's the difference. If you're going to play this way moving forward. So go ahead, Nick.
But a lot of times our starting position was good enough to get a field goal.
All right, last question before we get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for rocking with us around the water cooler night. Shout out to Ant, shout out to Fire Free, shout out to Mr. 21. And you do something for me, man. Auburn Express was in the chat. I don't know if he's still in the chat with us right now, but he was in the chat earlier. And shout out to him, man. I think he said he's gonna try to go live Friday on Instagram. So make sure y'all go follow Auburn Express on Instagram if y'all have an Instagram. He says, out of the wide receivers, this is the last question we're gonna do. Then we're gonna get out of here. He said, out of the wide receivers, who do you think leaves? Cam, Perry, Malcolm, Bryce Kane, or Sam Turner? I'm gonna add Eric Singleton to that, just because. But who do you think leaves?
Here or is he gone?
Let's say Hugh Freeze is out because that's the way it probably is trending. Let's say Hugh Freeze is out and you don't. Let's just say Hugh Freeze is out. I'm gonna leave it right there.
Oh, I don't know about that. If he's out, it depends on who the next coach is. I can't really call that.
Yeah, I can't really.
I got a better answer for if he stays. If he's out, like I don't know. It depends on the next.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do that then. Let's do that. Go. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. If we don't know who the next coach is, then I don't know. But if Hugh Freeze is still here, and let's say if he wins one of these games that people keep talking about, the Bama game or the Vanderbilt game, you can't find him and he's still here, and he hires an offensive coordinator, depending on who that is, my recommendation to everybody on this team, receivers, everybody on offense, get up out of here. Because do not waste any more of your time. Because Cam Coleman and them are what, on their junior year next year?
Yes, true juniors.
Yeah,
yes.
So go somewhere else, please.
All right. Well, let's spice this up a little bit. I'm gonna give you two scenarios. Let me give you two scenarios because you just brought something up that's interesting. Let's say they do keep Hugh Freeze next year, and they go out and hire an OC, somebody like Kendall Browse, Charlie Weiss Jr., maybe Joey Craddock. Let's say if they do that, do they stay? Or let's say they do let Hugh Freeze go and they hire somebody like Alex Golish, somebody like John Summerall, maybe James Franklin. Do you think they stay then?
Yes. I say yeah.
I don't know. I think no matter what happens, this is the last year you see Eric Singleton in the Auburn uniform. I think he's either I don't know if he's well. The combine can get him to the NFL, of course, but I think he goes somewhere else and try to boost his draft stock. Cam, I'm leaning toward Cam's leave. I think Perry stays. I think Perry stays no matter what. Sam Turner probably leaves because Sam Turner is an actual route runner.
Yep.
He's probably in practice looking like I don't want to run stop and goes my whole career and fly and go balls. So he's probably up out of here no matter what. Bryce Kane may be waiting his turn, you know what I mean? Because he can kind of fit, this Hugh Freeze appeals to receivers with speed. You know what I mean? So like Bryce Kane is like he may stick around. Malcolm, I don't know about Malcolm.
Malcolm teased the portal last season.
Anybody who got a couple of years in the system already, it's probably in their best interest to leave. Like you got to get tape now. And you can't be putting your faith into a new offensive coordinator, a new quarterback coach, a new receiver coach. I mean, you're going to have that at your next place anyways, but
what if it's a proven guy? What if it's, I want to ask this question. What if it's a proven guy that has a proven process and systems, which is the reason why I always ask the question, because a lot of people feel like if you fire Hugh Freeze, you lose these guys. But what if you have a guy that's proven, that's been where Auburn's trying to get to, which is the playoffs and perennially a playoff team that has a proven system that can bring in proven guys that have had pretty good offenses other places that won't be interfered with?
Man, go on say Marcus Freeman like you want to, man.
Yeah, I was about to say you talking about Marcus Freeman.
Hey, Nick.
I'm not saying any names, man.
I think it depends. I think it depends on the hype around the coach. Is he a player coach or not? Outside of that, like you said, if he's a proven guy, I don't see why our big pieces won't stay.
I'm not laughing at you, Marcus. I'm not laughing at you, Marcus. I'm laughing at the comment because I'm laughing at the comment. I'm laughing at the comment. Because that has some
when
player,
I said
that
I'm
has
not
some weight
sure
to
about
it.
Malcolm,
That has some weight to it.
I didn't want to say that, but when I said I'm not,
I thought that same thing though, Jay.
That's what I was talking about.
I was thinking that same thing too.
Somebody that Malcolm ain't got no choice but to stay.
That has some weight to it. That
Well,
first part of the comment possibly has some weight to it. He has a
He
choice.
may be a little bit more loyal to.
No. Yeah, I ain't want to say nothing either on that, but
I thought it though.
Yeah.
I thought it. I thought it now.
That's like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, we all thought that. Everybody on this panel thought that.
I'm gonna stay away from it though.
Yeah, that's why I ain't saying that. I think everybody hands off on the panel. We just was like,
that's why he was the last name mentioned, Jay.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't care who the OC is next year. The only thing that's going to matter is, does the OC keep Deuce? If Deuce walks, everybody but Perry walks.
I think
that is
if the new OC comes in and gets Deuce to buy in, a lot of them stay.
I'm sorry if I.
What's up, Susan? My favorite Auburn fan. My other favorite Auburn fan, Susan. What's up?
I think Deuce getting ready to walk now, bro.
I know he's probably gonna walk, but can the new OC get Deuce to buy back in? But if Deuce walks,
I think Notre Dame calling Deuce's name, man.
All I'm saying
is it the new OC with Hugh Freeze or with the new coach?
No. Well, either way, if the new OC, I'm figuring Freeze is gone. So whoever the new OC is, the new head coach, if they can get Deuce to buy back in, we maintain some of those receivers. I think Cam's gone either way, probably. I do. But the rest of them might stay to be here with Deuce.
I think everybody stay if you get a new coach. Like I think most of them stay if you get a new coach.
If you get one of the Midwestern, Midwestern coaches, if you get a certain Midwestern, if you get a certain no, they're not.
So he's not coming, Nick. God dog.
Okay, you believe?
Listen. Florida threw $82 million in Lane face. Ain't no telling what they were gonna throw in his face, and he said, "No, I'm good."
Sis, you want to say something about that?
No.
Okay, all right, we're gonna leave that alone. All right, we good.
But there's rarely. I just want to put this out there. There's rarely in college football a mass exodus of players. Like it rarely happens. Even at Texas A&M, when all those players left, it was like 1 year. Then some of them left the next year, and it was over time that they left. When programs go bad, it's always this notion like everybody's gonna leave. that rarely, like it doesn't necessarily happen that way because ultimately players want to play. So if Cam leaves, Perry's like, I'm the X now. I can go and leave somewhere else, but I know I'm the primary pass catcher here now. Like ultimately players want to play football. So like it's not gonna be now to Fire Freeze's point, if that person is Deuce Knight, then maybe we see more than normal. But like, yeah, it normally doesn't happen that way. You usually even think about when Nick Saban retired. Right now, I know that was just under regular circumstances. It wasn't a fire and the team wasn't just bad. But like the players that left were like you had Caleb Downs and then a bunch of players who probably weren't going to play anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like this mass exodus. You know, and a lot of fan bases try to troll us with that. Oh, yeah, they Fire Freeze. Oh, we gonna get all those players, and I'm like, that don't happen. It don't happen that way. It just doesn't. So keep that in mind. Now there may be some names. Now, if it happens, don't come to me on these pods like Cam, go on, Ted. I told you he was leaving. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying it's not gonna be like a mass 30 players are gonna leave the roster. It just doesn't happen that way.
Fellas, this has been a great conversation, man. Hopefully Auburn can get this W. And it won't be a dangerous game, but everything tells me that it possibly will be. Ant, what you gotta say to people before you get up out of here, my guy? Dang, don't tell me Ant gone.
Let's go, Auburn. We need another win. We'll have a 2-game winning streak.
That's what I'm talking about. 2-game winning streak is great. That's great, man.
In the face.
Okay, and I'm done. And Fire Freeze. And I'm done.
Shout out to Ant, man. Ant, be safe out there on that road, my guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Fire Freeze, what's up, man? What you guys say to the people before you get up out of here, my guy?
Stomp Big Blue to their black or eagle.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Fire Freeze, man. We appreciate you so much, my guy, for rocking with us, man. All right. Ed, Mr. 21, what you got to say to the people, my guy?
Field goals.
Get ready for the field goals, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for them. Tell y'all, man.
All right, man. I'll see y'all.
All right. Shout out to Ed, man.
Man.
Appreciate you, Ed, so much, man, for rocking with us here. As always, man. Hey, man, we thank y'all so much for rocking with us. As always, man. We plan on doing the locker room Saturday, but like I said, hopefully YouTube TV and ESPN can come to an agreement. But as of right now, we still will be here. 6:15 p.m. Eastern. 6:15 p.m. Central. 6:30 Central, man. 15 minutes before kickoff start. We'll be in the locker room to watch this game and see what happens. If not, I'll be somewhere else watching it and probably just going live from my phone or something. You can watch it. We can watch it that way. But after that, man, head on over to Tiger Vent, the official post-game reaction show. Tiger Vent over on Auburn Addicts TV with I got DC Wolf, the mayor, Marcus Fitzpatrick, and of course, I got Auburn Taz. As always, man, make sure that you support the people that support Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. I got DJ over at Hollywood Media, man. Follow him on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. That's Hollywood with an EY. And then follow him on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. That's media with 2 A's, man. Shout out to our guy DJ. They want support of Water Cooler Talk Sports, man, as always. And as always, make sure you go and subscribe to these YouTube channels on YouTube, man, at its SEC season, at Tight Sports, at Alabama Football Megacast, at Auburn_Addicts TV, Dustin over at the Uptempo Podcast, Sharpshooter Sports Talk, what I got B Sharp, Go to Broom Podcast over there, what I got Vandy Chris. Shout out to Vandy Chris, man. Vandy Chris was in the chat last night for the ranking show, man. So hopefully we can get Vandy Chris on the show next week. Since it'll be a Vanderbilt game, we got to get Vandy Chris on the show more because, man, Vandy Chris be giving us some interesting perspective on some stuff. And I know he been kind of down a little bit since he had his surgery. Didn't really want to bother him, but hope he's recovering well from that, man. And then, of course, the Huggy Beard himself on YouTube as well, man. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at the Huggy Beard, and he's on Twitter now at the Huggy Beard on Twitter as well. Also, man, make sure y'all go subscribe to Bubba and the Old Man Auburn Sports Talk on YouTube. Make sure y'all go over there, subscribe over there, and watch their videos. JMHO Sports Talk, what I got, Coach Sean and Coach Carl with On the Block Sports with Coach Carl on YouTube as well. Subscribe to those channels, man. I'm telling you, great content over there as well. Tez, I did it again. It's just a part of my rhythm when I do it. So, Tez, tell them where they can find you at, man, so we can go subscribe over there.
Yeah, you find me at It's SEC Season, man. The most credible. Right now, we have the most credible ranking show on the planet. If you missed last week's episode, yesterday's episode, go over there, subscribe, and check that one out. It was a great show, man. And check out the rankings that we came out with. Also, I'm gonna keep reminding you guys, if you are subscribed over there, you do check out the ranking show. I have not decided Tuesday yet on the time. I may push it back. You guys can kind of let me know if that's something that you guys be okay with, because of the college football rankings are coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, and they start at, I think they usually go about 30 minutes, and they start at right around when we start our show. So I may go on after that, but I'll make sure I put out a lot of information to let everybody know what time we're starting on Tuesday. Because our ranking show is going to be more credible than those. Of course it will. Anyway,
it always is.
Every time.
Marcus, what you got to say to people before we get up out of here, my guy?
Hey man, y'all be safe, be blessed, man, and catch us Friday.
Yeah, man. We'll be back Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, man. Back around the water cooler. We appreciate y'all so much. Before we get out of here, man, follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast. On Instagram and TikTok, follow us there at the Water Cooler Talk. On Twitter at CoolestPod23 on Twitter. And of course, please hit the subscribe button. Like this video. Go back and watch some other videos like those as well. Comment, share, do all of that here on YouTube, man, because we're trying to get to 900 subs. And we appreciate y'all so much. We can't do it without y'all helping us get there, man. And we appreciate y'all every day. Well, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays coming around the water cooler and chilling with us, man. We appreciate y'all so much for continuing to rock with us. All right, man. We've been on here too long. Let's get out of here, man. As always, man, y'all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed, man. Make sure y'all get the man upstairs above his, because he deserves all the praise and all the glory. Yes, he does. Hallelujah this evening. And until Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, we'll be back around the water cooler. It is, ladies and gentlemen, as always, it is one love. And guess what? We out this mug. We gone right now.
Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.